Terius Behind Me, My Secret Terius, or whatever the title is abbreviated to. We stick to Terius Behind Me. It has finally ended with 32 episode.
Wow.
And yeah, 32 episode. And you guys remember when it came out, we did a review on it, and now we're reviewing it again, the ending.
Yep.
We were going to review halfway, but it's just so much, and we were honestly, first time ever watching a drama, we were so confused in terms of what is going on, who's the bad guy, and everything. So we decided not to do a middle, like in the middle of the drama, like a review, and we decided to wait till everything finishes to review it. So
it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't do the halfway mark, because we've been very wrong.
Because we had like, so we all know Terius Kim Bum.
Yes.
He was in Operation Candy, and he was helping Candy. And she's a North Korean person, and she was she was helping them with a project, and they were in Poland, and he's been working on this project with her for a very long time, and they developed feelings for each other. And on the last day of her operation, she passes on the information to him, and then she's going to leave. And they're supposed to help her transport her out of Poland safely to North Korea.
Right.
Well, she gets killed by K. And because she's a North Korean, they cannot get involved, so they like evacuate the scene immediately. He, who has feeling for her, will not let it go, and he chases after K. And he gets into a fight with K, he gets shot, and then, that leaves us no idea what happened afterwards. That. And now he is living across from this family, and the husband witnessed a murder, and the husband gets killed. Bond finds out, and in order to save the mother and the twins, Bond becomes the babysitter, and he gets attached to the twins, and at the same time he finds out that the wife gets more and more involved with these people behind her husband's murder, and people from NIS is like after her and everything. So he has to just pretty much protect her. And a lot of things happen between them, and she finds out who he is. He comes clean to her that he was a part of NIS, but he left because of this and that, of them putting the blame on him. And then, just when he tells her, stay away and I will save you, your kids, and end this operation and find out who is the murderer to your husband and put an end of it, she gets pulled back and, get involved, and he helps her and all these stuff like that. And slowly more people gets revealed of who they are, because there's the NIS side, or you're the Mo side, the bad side,
the voice.
Yeah, the voice. So at first there's like the voice who gives out order, and we're kind of like don't know who he is because they show his hand working on the computer only, and then when they show his eye, everybody's like, oh, we know who it is. It's
Running Man's dad.
It's Ahjuxue's dad. He's just doppelganger.
Kim Dong.
So it was him, the voice, giving the order. And we know that K works for him. And then we also know that Ji Yong-tae, they got him plastic surgery, and they brought him from China to Korea, and now he works for them. That's why he works at J International. And he's pretty much the middleman person. And he gets involved with them, and, his life ends up being on the line, and he begs Kim Bong to help him, and Kim Bong helps him, and all these things like that. And, there's that director Kwang lady who they gave us a hint in like halfway through the drama that she has the Golden Clover clothes and big,
which is a store that sells outfits for the bad people.
Yeah, and so by identifying who's who works for them, they wear the clover clothes. So it has like the clover button, the golden clover button. Yep. So you know that they're a part of your people. And so he had a clue of that because he was able to pick it up from K when he was running after K killed Candy. And Terius had it. And he's been hiding it all this time, and he finds out that there's a store in Poland that's the headquarters and everything. And then he finds out that the director deputy Kwang, she had that clothes, so, and she was after him, and he could just like he keeps like she's the mole because she has the clothes. And yeah, like big fat twist, she's not. The outfit was a gift to her.
Yep. It was given to her by
chief director
Shin. He was Kim Bon's former boss before he defected, and he also is the current boss of the King's Bag operation. So you don't find out that he's on the bad side until the very end.
Like the last 4 episodes.
And you discover that all of this, the reason why the voice seemed to have known everything that was going on was because everything that was being reported to Director Shin was being reported directly back to the voice. And so they go through this big journey throughout the series of trying to find the proof material that the husband was murdered. They try to find out that they try to attain the proof material that the councilman at the beginning was also murdered, that he didn't have a heart attack, but that he was murdered. They get all that, and then you also they have to find out, okay, who's bad and who's good.
Yeah. Because they're like, they all get to the point of that. It was pretty much introduced in the beginning that there is a mole in the NIS. And so you basically think, because of how director Deputy Kwang was, you literally think she was the mole because she could just not let Terius go.
Well, it was more because she had the golden clover.
Yeah.
So that gave her proof that she was a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Because the golden clover, the employee guy that works undercover there, was one of the bad people that was chasing after Candy. So that's how we know that's how we assume that she was bad, was because she had proof that was tying her back to the bad guys. Now, the director, he was always being kind of fishy because he asked too much questions and he was a little too nice in certain ways. And so there was a little suspicion.
Yeah, like
but you just felt like, okay, you just had to feel like, since there's no physical proof, then maybe he's just doing his job.
Yeah. And then it gets attached to the KIS, which is the King Castle Information System, where the apartment, the Ajumas, they all lived, and they have information too. And you end up finding out that one of the moms there, her husband was working apart with the voice, and he was getting ready to release some, chemical?
Yes.
Chemical, and he was gonna run. And because it failed, he got killed by K.
Yeah.
And so you get the idea that they're all like, some of their families are hidden within KIS so that they can do the work for the voice. And so it's always like this competition between KIS and NIS passing information.
Yep. The drama entirely was really well done in the way that the story was explained to the viewers. They didn't make it where it was too obvious, and they didn't make it where you felt like it was dragging.
It just kept having you guessing what's going on because you had no idea. Like, for one thing, it would be like, oh, what if it was then? Oh, what if it was that? This and this, that. But like, it's like, it was nothing.
Right. And along with all of the seriousness that they had in the story, there was a lot of comedy, relief in it to make you kind of take a step back and just enjoy the drama. With the kids and the King Castle people, all that was just very nice little relief to kind of make you say that, okay, I'm not just watching some dead serious melodramatic drama of dying, of, chasing after people. It's a all-in-one drama. So that makes it watchable, and it also makes it where you don't feel that at certain points throughout the episode, you're like, this is kind of draggy, fast forward. You don't get that feeling from it, because they did a really good balance of storytelling, of character interaction, character building, and at the same time, they also made you always remember that all these characters have a tie to the voice and NIS, and this whole goal, this whole thing of Terius is smack dab in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you never forget that throughout the story, but you get the feeling that there's more than just him. Yeah.
But overall, on the romance side of him with Eren, honestly, Ahjuxue and I think it was good enough.
Yeah.
It was like a great drama with just enough romance, and the romance was good for you to know that, they are two persons trying to heal, because he was in love with Candy and he lost her. She was in love with her husband and she had a happy family and he was killed. And these two people, sorry. And these two people were heartbroken and they end up meeting and they end up solving things together, and pretty much they heal and help one another. And it makes sense of what he says to her at the end, that wherever you go, there's always a Terius behind you. And it gives you the title! Yes. That's what it is. Terius behind you. He will always be behind her. And he was always helping her. So, I don't know. To me, I was satisfied with that. I was happy. I didn't care if they didn't get a kiss scene. It was enough.
I enjoyed the romance, because it was very believable in the way the romance happened. And they also didn't make the former romances of the two characters too big of a thing before they lost those members. We didn't know much about about Goeden's husband, and we didn't know much about Candy. So we didn't know how their romance really was like. Only thing we knew was that they were really affected by the deaths of their counterparts. Now, the way that they did the story with the two main characters' romance was like a way of saying that this isn't some kind of teenager type of love where I like you, I love you, we like each other, let's kiss. When I say that, if you guys go and watch Greasy Mellow, you know exactly what I mean. Of how the Greasy Mellow relationship first started was exactly some kind of puppy love style. This one was completely like two people were well invested, they were grown adults, they knew what they wanted, and they knew what they had to do, and they knew that there was boundaries that couldn't be crossed. But even though they didn't kiss, it felt a lot more, the relationship felt a lot more intimate than what you saw. And it was through the dialogue and through the action. Like, they did the nose kiss, and that nose kiss was so much more intimate than if they were to actually kiss. So I really liked it. I liked how it ended with the romance. I liked how it made it where even though she found out that the reason why he even came to her in the first place was because her husband was the one that got killed. And so he got killed by Kay, and that's what made him come to protect her. She didn't feel like, she didn't go in some outbreak and get mad at him and tell him, the only reason why you came was because you didn't like me or want to care about my kids. You just came because you felt guilty.
And I think she accepted it because her kids grew on him.
Right.
And it's not just that. He became more open and friends with the KIS people. And, he comforted her a lot. It's not like he was just like, I have to do it because I have to know information more about you.
Right.
He became himself around them for the kids and her. And so it's like at the end of the day, like she's not mad at him for any of that. Even it's understandable he came to protect her, but at the same time, he kind of just pushed all that aside and just be with her and her kids.
Yeah.
And so that's why she couldn't be mad at him.
And you got to see it, like her character saved him, and his character saved her. They saved each other from their own depressions, their own sadness, their own sorrows, and gave each other a new reason to fight. So, this is the best drama I've seen yet. So, yeah,
it's Soji Sub. You can never go wrong with Soji Sub's drama. Yeah. I give it a 4.5 out of a 5.
I give it a 5.
I get a 4.5 out of a 5 because I felt like they could have extended it a little bit longer. I don't know. It was just really great drama.
I mean,
I really enjoy every part of it.
I mean, everybody knows the highlight part was the bromance. Nose
I could not watch it. Oh my god, waking up to that morning and seeing that first thing popped up on Instagram, on Snoopy, on Twitter, everything. It was just like, no.
We're all going to have to vote for that drama when votings come so that they have to do it on stage in front of everybody. They're going to have to do that.
They're going to win Bromance of
that'll
the
work.
Year. Bromance of the Year. Oh my god. We already got Juno and Namgumin winning Bromance of the Year for Chiefkin. We got Cha Concubine and Kisuhyun winning Bromance for Producer.
Yeah.
We'll get them winning Bromance for Terius. But yeah.
That's our
review for Terius Behind Me. Me. You, me, where I don't matter.
Me, you, everyone.
But yeah, we really enjoy it. We look forward to another project by Soji Sub. And that is it for this review. And we will see you guys on the next review.
Else kids.
Shut up. 안녕.